Well, we're back to Great Eastern Cutleries. I'm going to start here today with what's in my pocket. This is my natural canvas GEC 56 that just came out a few weeks back. I'm doing the 30-day challenge. If you guys have not heard about the 30-day challenge on Instagram, definitely check out my page. And I encourage you guys to join the challenge. It's a pretty fun challenge. I don't know if I'm going to make it all 30 days, but I'm definitely going to give it a try. So I'll set this to the side. Now, you can see here that I have two boxes. One is a shiny cellophane box, so you know this is a collector's knives box. Go check them out. This is actually a loaner, so that's why you see I have a box already taped up so I can put it in the box as soon as I get done doing this overview and ship it back to my buddy WCannon32, who's on Instagram. And if you don't follow him, you should. Appreciate him sending this out to me to check out. Also, before we get started, I want to mention, you see how this box is taped up on the edges? I'll also tape the flap the same way. Guys, when you ship a knife, please make sure you ship it in a box and you ship it taped up, secure. It's cheap insurance. Just do the right thing. On to the package. This is the GEC 43, and I'm probably gonna mess the name up now. The Oregon Hunter, it's Oregon something. I'll tell you in a second. This knife is a fairly large knife, but it's a knife that I wanted to check out. So don't be surprised if you see another one of these on my channel in a different cover. This one here is, like I said, it's the GEC 43 Jig Brazilian Cherry, and the model name, it's not on here, but it's the 43 Oregon something. I'm sorry, I forgot. But this one is in Jig Brazilian Cherry, which is interesting because I've never handled Jig wood bone before. You can see it here. Smells very good. It has the beaver tail shield, which they don't do a whole lot. Has the polished bolster, the polished blade, large lanyard tube. This is a working knife here. This is a knife that's meant to get some use, meant to really be big enough to do some hard work. There's a nail nick on the knife. There is a hand-drawn swedge, which I prefer on the blade, and I didn't go over what that means, but on a hand-drawn swedge, it's a smooth, even swedge applied, a grind applied to the top of the blade, as opposed to the cut swedges where you'll see it'll go so far and then it's like it cuts in, almost like the plunge grind right here. Same thing, but you can see this one is called the beaver tail. It has that beaver tail etch, and I thought it was polished, but this is actually a satin finish blade. Also one of my preferences. This here, and I might mess this up, but PPP stands for Pattern Production Premier, and that is when the first of the first blade roll off the line. So I'm assuming that just this cover material of this GEC 43 will roll out with that Pattern Production Premier. It's for the very first of the first. Now I know that a while back they did a run of 83s, and all the, I believe it was the Titty 83s, had the PPP etch. So I'm hoping, because I'm gonna pick up one of the canvases. I really like this knife. I'm gonna pick up one of the canvas versions and check that out, and I hope it does have the PPP. So this is the GEC 43 Oregon and Jig Brazilian wood. It's, like I said, it's a working knife, guys. My hand is, again, for reference, it's 4 inches from one side of my palm to the other side of my palm. So the close length of this knife is probably 4 1/4, 4 1/8. So you probably have a 3 1/4, 3.5 inch blade. So this is going to be a knife that you can really get out and do some serious work with. This is going to be a knife that's going to be the size of more of your modern folders. So I definitely appreciate my buddy W Cannon 32 for letting me borrow this knife just to do a quick overview. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll give you a quick look around the knife as we wrap the video up. The blade does have a half stop. I should have mentioned that, and it's pretty close to flush, which is pretty rare in a production knife. The pull, I would say it's not as weak as I heard, but I wouldn't want it any weaker. I would say it's probably 4 in the 4 range, but good knife, guys, all around. I appreciate you guys watching, and I might roll in some comparison shots to some knives you guys are familiar with, if you're not familiar with the 43. If not in this video, definitely in the next video. Like I said, I'm definitely going to pick up one of these in canvas. I appreciate you guys watching, and remember, a lazy man carries a dull knife.